Hey Capricorn, welcome to your July 2019 love reading. My name is Amanda Pearl. I am also known as the Queer Psychic Queen on Instagram. I post every day on Instagram. I do a lot of weekly readings, so definitely follow me there, especially during this crazy eclipse retrograde season that we're in right now. So, Capricorn, when I started to feel into your energy of July, it felt like it matched up so well with the energies of the eclipse right now. So there's two eclipses in July. The first eclipse was on July 2nd, which was yesterday from when I was filming this. And the second eclipse is going to be on July 16th. Now, the first eclipse, the one yesterday on the 2nd, that was in Cancer. So the eclipse yesterday really focused on like our emotions, being vulnerable, how we nurture people and are nurtured. Like what I found is that in the collective, it's just like really common right now in like the first half of July to just be like thinking about relationships, thinking about it's like so many emotions with the eclipse. It's like 1 minute you're feeling like super powerful, super empowered, and super just happy to be single. And then the next moment, you like desperately want to be in a relationship. And then in the next moment, you're like, you know what? I'm just going to take time to heal. Like it's a lot of different emotions. And so the eclipse in Cancer really focused on like our home life and our lifestyle. And the eclipse on the 16th is actually going to be in Capricorns. So that one is all about, it's a lunar eclipse in Capricorn, and that eclipse is going to be all about like structure. Where are you headed? We will talk about the second eclipse in the mid-monthly reading, so I'm not going to dive too deep into that. But I also wanted to mention that Mercury is going into retrograde on July 7th. And I honestly feel, you guys, like so much is going on in our reality right now. Usually Mercury retrograde is a time where you like, mostly the collective is like going within, processing the lessons that we learned for the past few months. However, with this Mercury retrograde, there is so much going on physically in the world, in your outside world, that it's impossible to just like not do anything all of retrograde. And to be honest, like you have to live your life. If Mercury is in retrograde and your apartment lease is ending, you have to sign another lease. Like if your car breaks down and you have no way to get to work, you might have to get a car. Like I don't think any retrogrades or any cosmic events are really, advice to not do anything at all. I would say that, of course, there's like better times to do things than other times, but life happens. So allow this retrograde to be honestly your best retrograde yet, Capricorn. Don't let the warnings like don't get into any relationships, don't start anything, don't do this or that. I mean, be cautious, I would advise. I would always advise that though. So this could be the best this could be the best Mercury retrograde, best eclipse season yet, especially with the eclipse in Capricorn. Like I think that will definitely highlight your chart more, Caps. However, I feel like this is something that's a long time coming for you. I'm feeling like a total, not like a reinvention, but kind of like you're reinventing a part of your life. So with Capricorn, I would imagine it's like you're reinventing the way that you're working towards your purpose and sharing your art, heart, and message with the world. So, like I said, I'll get into that in the mid-monthlies. In your reading for July for love, your love tarot reading, I pulled the cards before, and when I was meditating on your reading, I did feel like this month, it's a super busy month, don't get me wrong, but this month definitely feels like a time where you're like going within and I honestly feel like sort of this low key anxiety all month. Like, I just feel this is the exact feeling I'm getting. You don't know whether you should like stay or go. You don't know. And when I say stay or go, I mean like to anywhere. Like, you're not sure if you should just like go tonight to do that thing, stay home. It's like such an indecisive energy right now. And honestly, like in the romance reading, I pulled the retreat love card and the ego card, which is the temperance tarot card. And with the retreat card, I honestly get that. So this is the feeling that I'm getting. I'm feeling that you either like, this is what I'm really getting, that you like kind of revealed too much. That's the phrase that's coming through. You kind of revealed too much to someone, or I would rather say, like, you feel like your heart was too open. You were very vulnerable with someone recently, and um, what's happening now is that you're feeling like uncomfortable because of that. I like the word that's coming to mind is honestly like trauma, but I feel like that comes from the source of why you're scared to be vulnerable. Like it just feels to me like June was a very emotional month for you, and it's almost like you're just trying to get back on track in July. The ego card. The ego card is the temperance card in the tarot deck, and that this is the card of like needing balance, moving towards balance, feeling trapped, being stuck in the fear-based thoughts. So, since this is the vibe for the month, I honestly feel like this is more the vibe for the beginning of the month, especially like now from July 2nd to July 16th. We're in that eclipse corridor with like very, very potent energy. It just feels like you kind of don't know what to do with yourself. I would say, Capricorn, that this month could be such a pivotal like a turning point for you if you can sit in the feelings. Oh my gosh, like how many times have we heard that at different places? If you can sit with it, if you can feel it to heal it, it is like happening now more than ever. And then on top of that, Capricorn, you are you're in this place where you'd like really like to make a lot of changes in your life, but you're not sure how to execute them. That's like what I'm getting as like the real issue in the matter. So I do feel like these changes involve your either partner or the people that you're dating right now. It somehow is affecting that. So for what's happening this month, I got the make the effort card. And then to clarify it, I pulled the Seven of Fire card. And the Seven of Fire card is like feeling confident, standing in your power. It's the Seven of Wands. It's like uh, being, choosing wisely, thinking critically. And what it feels like is it feels like June was honestly like during your reading, whew, I feel so much energy, Capricorn. Like, more than any of the other readings that I've done, by the way. Um, your energy is like stressed the out this month. Like you are stressing. I want to like give some hope. So an extra card flew out rather on top of the cards I already pulled. An extra card flew out, and it was the Sun card. And what the Sun card means is like a guaranteed happy ending. It means like it's all coming together. It means like happy family, happy relationships, happy job. So what that card coming out at the end, just like flying out of the deck at the end tells me is that all of this is like part of your growth. Like I'm actually in my Saturn return right now. It happens every 29 years. So I'm about to be 29 and I'm in my Saturn return from April of this year to December of this year. This month, I hate to say it, this month sort of feels like a little mini Saturn return for all Capricorns, especially with the eclipse in Capricorn, and Saturn is retrograde in Capricorn right now. So it's like we're getting worked. My Saturn is in Capricorn. So this month, it just feels like you're sort of all over the place, but the idea and what the cards want you to know and what your guides want you to know is that it's all part of it. Like it's all part of the process, and Your guides also want you to know that like you totally got this. So for the outcome for this month, I pulled the playfulness card and the hermit card. So this is what I got from these cards. Like in the beginning of the month, things feel like topsy-turvy, kind of kooky, kind of ooky, and kind of spooky. And then it's just like this uncomfortable feeling. And then towards the end of the month, you realize that there has to be some sort of like, you gotta go easy on yourself. Like, you have to do something fun, play, let go of this. Like, the full moon on the 16th would be the best time to let the F go of all the stuff that you're scared of. Let the F go of the how and let in. And what I mean by let go of the how is what it is you're wanting. If you're wanting to move, if you want a car, if you want a lover, if you want a soulmate, if you want more friends, more money, let go of how that would come into your life, Capricorn. Like right now, it just feels like what's bringing you down in particular is the how. If I want to move, okay, I'm moving right now. So that's why I'm saying moving. It's like very relevant to me. So if you're moving, and I feel like that's like a common theme of right now too, because of the solar eclipse in Capricorn. It's just like new time. It's time for that new. So I'm moving right now. Before you move to an apartment in a city, you likely don't know exactly the apartment it's going to be. So I'll tell people, I'm moving, and they'll be like, where? And I'm like, I'm looking. I'll let you know. But it's like, I know I'm going to move. I know it. I know it for a fact without a shadow of a doubt. I have to move. So I'm going to. And I don't know like how that process is going to happen. Like I could call a bunch of people, go look at a bunch of places. I could look at one place and love it and get approved. I have to let go of the how because it would drive me insane. And then when you're so worried about the how, there's only so much you can do to like, there's only so much you can do. So there's only so much like looking or work on yourself or healthy eating and like working out. There's only so much you can do. So it's like part of this month, Capricorn, is like this big lesson for you to just like let go of the things that you cannot control. It feels like love's knocking on your doors. Like you either have a partner who it's been going kind of tense with lately. June felt tense for Capricorns in love. And that, or you're single and it's like you have such an idea of how you'd prefer to get into a relationship, or such an idea of the structure, or such an idea of how that process should work, that you're like totally blocking out a lot of things that could be good for you. And at the same time, you actually feel that. Like you feel intuitively, like I'm blocking some good stuff being so tunnel visioned. So let go of the how. And love is like knocking, waiting to rush in. When I say let go of the how, especially in love, I want to clarify that you should have standards always. And what it is you should pay attention to when you're talking to someone new is how you feel. Like, does that person act interested in you, consistent, compassionate, kind, validating? Do you feel just like, this feels good? Or do you feel all the time like, I don't know, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know if I like this person. I really don't even know if they like me. They're so hot and cold. Like in 2019, dating, and especially dating online, it's like people are so, I don't know what to say. It's like, they're so like, the word that's coming is like convenient. Like if they're bored, they're texting. If they're busy, they don't talk forever. It's like just so, this is like the time for you to be like, I'm just looking for someone who makes me feel good. And these are my standards, but I'm letting go of the rest of it. And I'm letting go, over analyzing it when it doesn't work out with someone. I'm also getting just total over analyzing when it doesn't work out with someone. And that is like totally, I wouldn't say keeping you down, but it's giving you anxiety. So let it go, girl or guy, let it go. So that is your reading for July. I hope, Capricorn, that you can surf these waves, and if you can't surf these waves, then you'll be good. You got the Sun card. It's like guaranteed happy ending. Every moment can't be perfect, but don't let your fears get the best of you and to go back into that nitpicky controlling mode. And like I said, love is just like knocking on your doors waiting for you to like look into a new perspective. So I'll be back for your mid-month readings. I hope that you have a wonderful July, Capricorn. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading. And I do personal readings. My website is queerpsychicqueen.com, and you can email me if you have any questions before booking, just at queerpsychicqueen@gmail.com. Love you, Capricorns. Have a beautiful July.